Top dog like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the piano chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Ready up.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quick.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You have 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 26 yards. And the Cowboys will strike first here in this wild card matchup. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, we're pretty early in this contest, and with 1 interception already thrown, when that ball was tipped in the air, I think he had to be wondering, could this be a second one, and was already battling in his mind how to handle it. Fortunately, that ball fell incomplete, and now he gets a chance to atone for what could have been a big error.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Hey, as the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. And he is caught by Lamb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll send the tight end in motion. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 10-0 the score after 1. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Black shot.
They'll look to throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Evan Ingram, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cowboys make over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott. Tolbert hauls in the out route, finding room at midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 33. Sly able to put this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
This time they stay on the ground, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Here we go.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
Powers through him.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll set up to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Prescott from the gun.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
And he's got room. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 38. Buying time to his left, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Chase Young.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Second down, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jalen Tolbert,
29 yards.
And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On the set.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end of their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll drop the throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Striker, 3, black shot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Washington. 65 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat. I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
One more time with Gibson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to run now. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam in.
Is you try and get that peak to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A jet sweep. Here's Tolbert. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 3rd down, Elliott. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They got to get to the 23 here on third. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
He will return this from deep.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.